I love you. Thank you. Hi guys, this is the first video. It's 2020. To kick off the year, I want to start with a video that's about how to look like a certain brand, and the brand that I pick for today's video is Glossier. Of course, we all know that Glossier is kind of like a millennial brand. From the color to their branding and how they market their products, it's pretty much a brand that caters to how the media sells stuff and how they communicate with their consumers, which is through their blog, through their Instagram, through their videos, and I think that's very cool. I chose Glossier for today's video, how to achieve that effortless, chic kind of look. And I actually recently bought 2 products from them, and I think these 2 products are enough for us to achieve the Glossier vibe. That's why I chose these 2 products, the Glossier Boy Brow and the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Dust. This one is in clear. Let's just get started now. So I'm going to start with my moisturizer. Once that is already dried out or sunken in the skin. This is from Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Only going to use this on the high points of the face. I'm going to put this on the cheekbones, here, on the nose, on my chin. It's important to take note when you are trying to achieve that Glossier vibe is less is definitely more. In person it'll look very natural, so I'm using a corrector. This MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NW30 to just cancel out the darkness around my eye here. We don't have to put a lot of it. I ate too much sugar during the holidays, so I think my skin is freaking out a little bit, but that's okay. Next is we are going to put on concealer. Of course, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me concealer because it's not that full coverage and it has a natural radiant finish. Really focus on the darkest part of your eye, which is here on the innermost corner. The brows. So this is one of the key products that we'll be using today to achieve that Glossier look, and this is the Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Clear, and I'm really going to, and this is the only product that I'll be using for my brows. Focus on brushing the brows upward and really trying to make the hair stand. Next is we are moving on to their blush, which is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Dusk. This is a very neutral blush, and I really like this because it has that brown undertone to it that allows this blush to also kind of define the face without, contouring. Focus the product first on the side of the cheek. Really focus the product on the side, and after that you can blend the edges of the blush and blend them into, the lower part of your cheek, the higher part of the cheek. I'm also going to put a tiny bit on my eyes, on my lid, I mean. A little bit of tint, and I'm going to focus that on the crease. Just a tiny bit, nothing too intense. Actually, there's an article on BuzzFeed about the brand and the owner, and it's actually a well-written article. I'm going to link the article below if you're interested in reading that. Can now move on to defining the eyes the tiniest bit. So I'm using a cool toned dark brown to define the edges of my eye. I'm going to concentrate that here on the side of my eyes. And now we can move on to curling the eye. I mean, not the eye, I mean the lashes. To focus on curling them. Moving on to mascara, I'm using the same Face Shop Fresh and Big mascara, and I'm going to wipe the excess product so we don't pile on a ton of mascara. So I'm just going to coat them ever so lightly. There, our lashes is nicely coated. It's not, too extreme, but it's well defined. Moving on to the lips, and I also want to use this, so we'll try and make it work by lining the lips first. This is NYX lip liner in the shade mauve. You line the lips and fill them in with this one. The cloud paint can have something to stick on because the consistency isn't really for the lips, but we'll try to make it work. Now we are taking the cloud paint and dusk, and we are putting a tiniest bit of that on the lips. This is Lucas Papaw. I'm just going to take a good amount of that, and I'm going to dab that on the lips. We need to put on a highlighter that we use before we put on the makeup, the Becca backlight priming filter. So here, eyelid, just a tiny bit. So this is the finished look. The whole point of being a Glossier girl, or what I read from that blog that I was talking about earlier, is that you don't have to force yourself to like the more natural makeup if that is not you. Of course, their whole point is that for you to be comfortable with whatever you like, and they're just providing products that can support and help your confidence in, presenting yourself to the outside world. And I really recommend you to read that article because it also inspired me on how the creator of the brand views the whole beauty industry and her take on her brand as this new and very successful cosmetic line caters to this generation. This is my take on how to be a Glossier girl makeup look. So that ends my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead, click the button. If you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up so that I'd know if you like this kind of video. And I'll see you guys next time on my next video. Bye!